Okay, so we've all the parts of the RE6 clock here, which are required to get it running at least. So here we have the center wheel on its arbor, and we have the 3 pins for the ratchet pawls already installed. Now, so we put a single washer on each of the pins. This just keeps the ratchet pawls spaced away from the wood so to reduce friction when you're winding it, to allow them to fall into place to grip the edges of the ratchet. So we put the pawls in the direction indicated. All 3 of them on. And onto the main arbor there'll be 2 washers, so that when the drum sits on the 2 washers there's a slight space between the back of the drum and the ratchet pawls themselves. Now, if you look closely at the drum, there's a center disc of the double drum. This is a double drum for a counterweight, and it has a hole in it, and the string is already fed through the hole, and an even amount out each end, long enough to reach whatever height you're going to have at the clock down to the floor. So you could probably put about 12 foot of string on it. Now this is the side I'm winding on the front in a counterclockwise direction, and I spin it and leave myself about 300 millimeters or about a foot of string hanging out. This is the side that the main weight will go to drive the clock. As it drives it, it winds the string onto the counterweight side. So you then can pull the counterweight side to wind the clock, or lift the main weight and the weight on the counterweight side will wind it automatically. So because I left about a foot on the main weight side, wind about 3 turns or 4 turns onto the counterweight side, and that's it, ready to go into the or onto the arbor for the center wheel. Now during the whole process then you have to be careful not to pull the counterweight string and wind the other string onto the weight side. Try and not pull out the strings by accident, especially when the clock frame has been assembled in the clock frame assembly video.